Several weeks ago, the President, or rather the Secretary of State and Treasury, designated 8 Iranian officials as violators of human rights, according to the legislation recently passed. The practical effect of that is that those persons cannot travel to the United States, and any assets they have in the United States are frozen. That's the kind of thing. As I said earlier, it's not a perfect solution. It does not in itself stop violations of human rights in Iran, but it does make clear that we, and we hope that, and perhaps the Europeans as well, are prepared to go beyond statements of concern to specific accusations.
It's also an important distinction that we're talking about sanctions related to, the nuclear issue and what we're doing on human rights. Yeah. They're separate. They're separate issues. So it's just important to make that clear.
We have suggested that the Europeans consider something like the designation that we have done on human rights grounds. Not necessarily exactly what we do, although it's clear that Iranian officials are more likely to travel to Europe than they are to the U.S., for example. But some action that would indicate Europe having identified those who are perpetrating human rights violations and being prepared to do something about it.
I was just going to say, I think it's important to note that I haven't been on all of the stops, but here in Brussels with the members of the European Parliament, with the EU officials, and also with our Belgian colleagues. The EU right now is in the process of developing its own thoughts on what it's going to do. So what we're doing is providing some ideas on how they might be able to choose, or from lots of different approaches, or do some of the things that we're doing, so that we're in complementarity. So they're developing their policies. We're here as they're doing that, providing suggestions and ideas to help us kind of work more in complementarity with the European Union on this issue. I think we have been doing well, and now this is,
Yeah, I mean, we're not coming here saying this is what we did, you should do it too.
Yes.
But we are saying, this is what we did. This is the impact it's had. We think it's worth considering.